Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful Sunday wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP, but I want to talk about something else first. I know the ISO 222 is in November. The new financial system's right around the corner. We see more and more CBDCs coming up online. More and more countries creating their own digital currency. Things are happening very fast. At the same time, they're hitting us with crisis after crisis. Almost now to the point where crisis doesn't have quite the pizzazz it used to have. People are so used to hearing the word. I think there might be a reason to that. So let's take a look. Europe on the brink, 70,000 Czech protesters fled Prague over energy crisis. That's very big. It's going to get a lot worse this winter. Cost of living crisis. More than 3.6 million homes across the country owned by people over 65 have at least 2 spare rooms, which represent an average of 129,000. That could be released by downsizing. So think about it. At a time when people need housing, there's a housing shortage. Now, this is in the UK. They're telling you those rooms are being wasted. They want to get your house from you. Fears rise of energy crisis after Russia switches off the gas again. Russia now controls everything. The country that controls the energy controls it all. Then here in the United States, we have this. The Colorado River dries up. The U.S. teeters on the brink of a larger water crisis. You see, at this point, you have to say to yourself, this is all man-made. The U.S. entered into its first housing downturn of the post-Great Financial Crisis era, and the worst still awaits. Next year, I believe, is going to be very bad for the housing market. We could easily see it crash. And the thing is, they're still trying to tell people there's a housing shortage. Now's the time to go out and buy a house. They want to get people into these houses as soon as possible at an all-time high. We talked about that in previous videos. Then there's this. Just wait till Congress votes themselves out of the stock market. That bill will get passed. Then they are going to crash the entire financial market and destroy the middle class. It's coming very soon. Some people realize what's coming. I talk to normies, people that never got into crypto, and I try to tell them, listen, at some point they're going to crash the stock market. People say, oh, it's just in a downward trend a little bit. It's going to spike back up. People are going to get rich off the stock market. In fact, if you're in crypto, you know what's about to come next. Big Short legend Michael Burry hints stock market crash is underway. Again, people are seeing it playing out. At the same time, we have an SEC lawsuit against Ripple, holding back the U.S.'s innovation. But I think everything's starting to move again with Fed now. At some point, the SEC's either going to have to drop the lawsuit or come to a settlement. XRP holders have a very bright future in front of us. Liquidity crisis, restructuring, current reset, new order. That's what's coming. So when that liquidity crisis hits, people are going to think, oh, it's just another crisis, but it's going to be far worse. A lot of jobs will be gone unless they're essential. People's banks are going to lock the doors. Things are going to get very bad very fast. At that point, most of us will have become rich off of XRP. If not by then, shortly after that. Because that's when they're going to usher in the new financial system. Cross-border payments worldwide. At that point, XRP is going to skyrocket. Then we see this. The liquidity crisis is the Great Equalizer. It's coming. XRP is on-demand liquidity. It's going to fix the entire problems as far as liquidity throughout the world. And it's going to be one massive liquidity crisis. It's not going to be designated to this country or that country. It's going to be all over the world. Energy can easily get us there. Energy is very important. Every one of us use it. Think about it like that. Exactly why XRP will be the standard, not Bitcoin. That's potentially faster, 3 to 10 seconds. POS, no mining. Banking partnership solves world's market liquidity crisis. Frees up Nostro Vostro and gas fees as low as less than a penny. For digital economy that will run on micropayments. Zero doubt. And that's the thing. You have to know exactly what's coming as an XRP holder. You already know you're going to get rich at that point. I've been an XRP fan before we could buy it, but its design has limits. And this is from David Schwartz. On-demand liquidity is what Ripple calls XRP settlement on RippleNet. Theoretically, can use other cryptos, but doesn't in practice. Now, here's the thing, though, and this is my theory, okay, based on what he just said. So, XRP settlement on RippleNet. So, why can't XDC provide settlement on RippleNet since it can use other cryptos? That would bring the whole trade industry over to RippleNet. Now, a lot of people in XDC won't like that. They'll say Corda solves all those problems. But it could very well be used that way from what he said. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, but it could be what happens. We don't know. So one thing that is not up for debate is there is no other competition for global cross-border settlements. Digital currency between institutions with real-time liquidity other than XRP. Not one. We know XRP is guaranteed to be used for cross-border payments. People still try to fudge you on that. They'll say some alternative solution is out there. It's being created behind the scenes. The government's working on it right now. What, the same government that brings us crisis after crisis every single day? Think about it. Our government is trying so hard to bring us a new crisis week after week that they don't have time to develop an alternative to XRP. This is true. I have done this. Only a couple knew of only one crypto, Bitcoin, and they didn't know anything about it. Not a single one ever heard of XRP. Of course, I have a couple crypto friends, but by asking family and friends, none heard of it. Most made fun of me. And that's the thing. You talk to normies in the real world. I try to get people into the fourth industrial revolution before it's too late. I want to see them become rich. People I'm not even friends with, I'll mention it to them. I'll say, hey, right now is the perfect time for you to get very wealthy very soon. And they'll say, what are you talking about? And you say the fourth industrial revolution and cryptocurrency being used daily for payments, and they laugh at you. And these are the same people that are laughing now. And maybe it's your coworkers. You try to get them into it. And you say, listen, you should really check out XRP. It's one of the greatest inventions of all time, the greatest cryptocurrency ever created for cross-border payments. And it's going to make a lot of people very rich very soon. And what do? They laugh at you. They call it fake internet money, monopoly money. But at the end of the day, when everything is all said and done and the liquidity crisis hits, and people are really fearful of what's going on outside, that's when you'll be sitting back rich, and they'll all be wondering why they're dealing with all those problems. Now, my nature is to help people. So at that point, I would probably help a lot of people, even people that laughed at me in the past. But the thing is, you do whatever you want to do with your money once XRP really starts to skyrocket. But I do know this. Those same people that are laughing now will be crying in the short term. I'm talking within the next year or two. They're going to be sitting back wondering why the hell they can't access their money, why the hell everything is so expensive, why they can't turn on the lights in their house because they can't afford the energy bills, wondering why they can't drive a car because they can't afford the gas to put in it. And at that same time, you could go back and tell those people, this is exactly why I told you you should have invested in XRP. This is why I told you you should have invested in the fourth industrial revolution. We are visionaries as XRP holders. I've said it multiple times. We can easily see what's coming. It's right around the corner. Never in your lifetime have you seen so many crises. Crisis after crisis after crisis. It's to the point where crisis is now just a daily word that we all use. But at the end of it all is the worst crisis we're ever going to face. The fourth industrial revolution is digital. We're approaching this new phase in human civilization at breakneck speed. The current financial system will collapse, and the global cabal will usher in a fix or a solution. That solution will be XRP. And that's the thing. It's happening at breakneck speed. Look around. CBDCs popping up all over the world in countries you never even heard of. Digital currencies popping up all over the world. Third world countries getting on board. Banking those unbanked people in those countries happening right now through XLM. Cryptocurrency being used in real world transactions all over the world. New companies coming on saying we're getting into crypto. You know why? Because they know what's coming. People that are billionaires are starting to understand where we're at this point in time. Me and you are retail investors. We're at the bottom of the chain as far as this goes. But the thing is, we have one thing in common with the rest of these rich people. The fact that we invest in exactly what they're investing in right now. We can easily become the next 1%. With that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. Please click the like and subscribe button as it helps this channel grow. I appreciate all of you. You've made this channel grow to something I never thought it would. And we'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.